This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876 586 0471. That's 876 586 0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing and nutritious. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope everyone is doing well. My name is Simon Preston, and welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is a platform where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. It is a Monday morning. It's the start of a new week. It's a start of new adventures in terms of goals, obligations that you might have. And it's another day to be grateful and thankful as well. You know, just think about it for a moment. You have hundreds, thousands, millions of people that have not been able to wake up successfully this morning. But guess what? We are. And that in itself is a blessing. And we should always be grateful. And when we are grateful and show our appreciation, then we continue to be blessed. We continue to receive blessings. We continue to receive wonderful provisions as well from the Almighty. So let us always bear that in mind as well. Okay? So let that be something that sticks in with people so that everybody is able to, meditate upon for sure. Everybody okay? If you guys haven't already, please check out the content that was done quite recently in relation to the Gold Cup, Jamaica's record against Caribbean teams, Central American teams, and also in relation to North American teams, Jamaica's top scorer in Gold Cup history, Jamaica's highest appearance maker in Gold Cup history as well. These are some things that you can be able to look out for, stay tuned for, as these are videos that were done quite recently. So I encourage you to check that out as well. I think you'll be quite intrigued by the names that are on that list in relation to what they have been able to accomplish for Jamaican football and what lies ahead as well. And also the head-to-head history in relation to specific teams, matches, and so on. That is certainly to come as well. And just a reminder as well that it's going to be June 24. That game is at Soldier Field in Chicago against the United States. 4 days later, it'll be against Nicaragua, and that will be at City Park Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. Jamaica's last group stage game of the tournament will be at the Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, quarterfinals in Cincinnati, Ohio, semifinals in San Diego, and the final in Inglewood, California, where we go and create history. Tevin Campbell says, I'm first. Very nice. Hey, Tevin, how are you? All is well? Hope you are doing good, my friend. Bounce TV says, what's new about the boys? Hey, Bounce TV, all is well? Hope you are doing well. Everything okay? How's the family? Do let me know. Looking forward to hearing from you and everyone else within the chat as well. Devon Smith says, good morning, Mr. Simon. Good morning, Sir Devon. How are you doing, sir? All is well? I hope you are doing well and everything is progressing quite nicely as well with everything falling into place. So, first thing first, let's talk about the title of this video. Kyle Ming. Who is Kyle Ming? Kyle Alan Ming. He is a 23-year-old defender. He turned 23 in January, so he was born in the year 2000. I think just like Jamoy Topi, who was born in the year 2000 as well. So he's 23. He'll be 24 January next year. He's a defender, and he's roughly 5'9", 5'10". 5'9" based on my calculations. So who is Kyle Ming? Kyle Ming is a man that was born in St. Elizabeth and went to Bridgeport High School, Portmore, St. Catherine, and is somebody that has progressed nicely in football and someone that I have a close eye upon and have all the time in the world to speak about. The progression that he's had as a player has been truly fantastic. Even from his time at Cedar Grove, I've been pleasantly pleased with the progress that he has made. From the 2018-2019 season at Cavalier, I said to myself, yes, things are starting to move. This teenager, in a couple of years, we're going to speak about him more and more. And that quality that he has displayed has just completely been going on the up and up. When you bear in mind the first season, when you're 18, 19 years old, you're playing close to 30 games that season, 22 games that campaign. The following season, which was the COVID year, 28 appearances before COVID came into play. The 2021 season, we know 13 games in that season in particular. The 2022 season, where you had 26 games plus commitments in the Caribbean Club Championship. And this season already, 21 appearances. And when you do all the math and put that together, that's over 100 club appearances. Now, the benchmark of what has been set by persons like Rene Mullenstein when he was at Manchester United, Warren Joyce, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, individuals that were successful as the reserves head coach. They've always said a good benchmark for a professional footballer is if he can get his first 100 senior appearances for the club by the time that he is 23 or has turned 23. And Kyle Ming has done that tremendously. Not only does he have 100 appearances by the age of 23, but he's gone on to make more than 100 appearances by the age of 23. So he's already ahead of that trajectory. I've spoken about different game points, but I want to highlight one example in particular. This was Boxing Day at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, and Cavalier were taking on Harborview, I believe. And in that game, before Harborview were making a through ball, before the ball was even played, Kyle Ming was already reading the game so well that he could make the interception towards the player that was going to receive the ball. And this was before Harborview's defender was even making the pass. So he read the game so eloquently, so smooth, so secure. Every team needs a Kyle Ming. Every team in the world needs a Kyle Ming. You need composure. You need progression. And you also need a leader. And those are the qualities that Kyle Ming possesses. And I am so excited to see him. And he is going to be a key and important force towards Cavalier as they push towards the title. Kyle Ming, remember the name. Kyle Allen Ming, remember the name. He's special. And it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. So it's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when the opportunity presents itself for exposure overseas. Berta Herb and Healing says, bless up, my general. Bless up. How are you? Bless up. All is well. Jade Green says, good morning, Simon. Good morning, Jade. How are you? All is well. How is the family doing? Do let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below there. But that's Kyle Ming for you guys. The guy that you see in the thumbnail right there. Yes, Kyle Allen Ming, 23 years old at Cavalier. He's 5'9" and he's roughly 64 kilograms. So you're talking about maybe 150, 160 pounds. But despite that slenderness, despite to some people might consider that a diminutive stature, I like him at centre half. Many people are fond of him at right back, and he does a solid job at right back as well. I like to see him at centre half. That's my preference. I'm not saying that he is less capable at right back. What I'm saying is that I enjoy watching him as a centre half. Maybe it's because I occupied that position in the past, but it's just that I like him centrally. I like to see him getting involved in the mix, being able to make those breakup of plays of the opposition, being able to make those passes, being able to communicate with his fellow centre half, being able to communicate with the central midfielder in front of him in terms of the ball progression, in terms of encouragement. All of those elements put together make Kyle Ming such a fantastic football player. And he has to be in the running for not only the player of the year, but also an individual that I feel can lead Cavalier towards the title. Cavalier has won the Premier League twice, 1981 and 2021. Well, 2023 is something as well that we should be looking at quite closely. Very much so. Something that we should be analyzing. It's something that we should be really embracing, because Cavalier are a good team, a fantastic team, and it's no surprise where they are within the table. Absolutely no surprise at all. Remember the run that they're currently having now? Ever since that, maybe 4 games ago, they had a defeat, but since then, bam, 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 bam. Results. I like the work that is being done. I really do. And I think that he is progressing as he should. And I can't wait to see how things progress for the next calendar year in terms of next season. But it is good. I know yesterday's result against Waterhouse was not one that they desired, but sandwiching between the game 4 games ago and this game, those 3 wins that they had in a row, extremely critical. And when you're bearing in mind the work that was done by other teams in the league over the last 5 games, Cavalier were the only team over the last 6 games to register, that spell of 3 wins in a row. It's brilliant, and great things lie ahead. He and Ling are two underrated players at Cavalier, says Brian Mighton. Only a matter of time before the extended opportunities come his way and others' way. Yeah. Wells says Kyle Ming is a very good player, one of our best local-based player. I hope he gets an international contract soon. Mr. United says big up, big baller Kyle. Yes. I believe it will be. It's just a matter of time before that opportunity comes. It wouldn't surprise me at this point if there are clubs, whether that might be in Europe or North America, that do like Kyle. It wouldn't surprise me at this point in time. But I want Kyle to go to an environment where I know that he will be getting games. I don't want him just to go to an environment just because it is overseas. I want him to be in an environment where I know he will be playing minutes on a consistent basis, and being in an environment where he is in that environment where you have that rigid routine. You come to the training ground, you have breakfast, you have training, you have lunch, you chill in the players' lounge, and then you have the evening training session, and then you go home. Where Kyle just focuses on football. Not saying that he doesn't do that now, but he's in an environment where the minute he wakes up to the minute he goes to bed, he just eats, sleeps, breathes football. There's a couple of media obligation in terms of for whatever club he's at, that social media page for that the like some fun quizzes that they get to know him a little bit better, interaction. So Kyle is 23 years old. He turned 23 in January. Kyle will be 24 January next year. So Kyle, this right now is age 23 right now. And just a reminder to those that are just tuning in, welcome aboard. Happy Monday to everybody. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. All right, guys? So go right ahead and do that. We look forward to hearing more from you guys as well. So I think this is important for everything and for Kyle and everything. So that's the situation. That's the situation there. Kyle plays for Cavalier. Kyle plays for Cavalier in the Jamaica Premier League. O'Neill Durant. Good morning, O'Neill. How are you doing, sir? I hope you are doing well. Well, the latest with Joel Latibaudiere is that Joel Latibaudiere needs a Jamaican passport. Once Joel Latibaudiere gets a Jamaican passport, that puts himself in contention for Jamaica for future internationals. So the key point is a Jamaican passport. And once he can receive a Jamaican passport, then that opens up the door. Just like having any passport, once you have a passport, you open up the doors. The question mark in relation to visas and other things, that's another conversation. But having a passport, it makes you eligible. And that is exactly what needs to happen. So that's key, that's critical, that's important. Once that passport comes, then we can say, okay, let's see what your form is like, what you can offer to this unit. Joel Latibaudiere, just like Kyle, were born January 2000. As it relates to Kyle was born January 25th, 2000, while Joel Latibaudiere was born January 6th, 2000. So they're born in the same month, born in the same year, but Joel Latibaudiere is 19 days older than Kyle Ming. It's interesting. And for those of you that might not know, in relation to Joel Latibaudiere, Joel was born in Doncaster to a Jamaican father. His father left Jamaica and took up a job opportunity in Liverpool. His father was cleaning the docks, the Liverpool docks that are used where ships dock whenever they're coming from the Caribbean or North America. So that was the responsibility of his father when he came. met an English woman, and then had a child in South Yorkshire. And here we are with Joe Latibodier, a World Cup winner, somebody that was a member of England squad at the Under-17 FIFA World Cup in 2017 in India. Somebody that went on, won the World Cup for England. Exciting, eh? Very much so. And if you look at some of the names that were part of that squad as well, Jadon Sancho was also part of that squad in particular as well. Mark Gehi, Lewis Gibson, also a member of that squad as well. Curtis Anderson, another member, part of that squad. Conor Gallagher, Morgan Gibbs-White, Emil Smith-Rowe, Danny Loda. So it was a quality team, very much so. We have Tashan Oakley-Booth right now. He's on loan at Lincoln, but yes, he does have Jamaican heritage. That is Tashan Oakley-Booth. He's 23, and he's on loan at Lincoln. Jonathan Panzo, his parents are actually from Ivory Coast, not from Jamaica. Many people are asking Jonathan Panzo. His heritage is the Ivory Coast. Everybody is aware about him, okay? Everybody is fully aware of things. And in relation to Angel Gomez, his father is from Angola, so that's Portuguese. And in relation to Danny Loda does not have Jamaican heritage. Danny Loda has Cameroonian heritage. So yeah, you guys are aware as well. Carl Ming plays as a centre half and also as a right back. Campion College? No. I'm talking about Kyle Ming at Cavalier. Kyle Ming plays as a centre half, as a right back. For me, he can play anywhere in a back 4/back 5. Yeah. So that's what I'll say there. Very much so. Tyrone Williams says, "Bless up, Simon." Bless up, Tyrone. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Good to hear from you. J. Russ says, "Johnson Clark Harris, what's happening there?" The situation there is that Johnson Clark Harris is trying to find all the documents, put them together, and then hand it over towards the Jamaican High Commission. Because if you do not have all your paperwork together, then it slows the process. So you need to gather every single document that is necessary and required. And once you can do that, you cook in with gas. Nitro, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question, to be honest with you. I personally believe that we should highlight the work that has been done. Mikel Antonio scored over the weekend, and so did Khadija Bunny Shaw. She scored over the weekend as well. So we're very proud about that, and the record that Andre Blake has been able to go on and set as well. That is something that is amazing. And Andre Blake and Damien Lowe have something fantastic to do later this week as well. Remember, they're competing in the semi-finals of the Champions League, and no Jamaica has ever qualified for the FIFA Club World Cup. Can you imagine Damien Lowe and Andre Blake being the first Jamaicans to play in our World Cup? In our World Cup? That's right. In our World Cup, no Jamaican has ever played in a FIFA Club World Cup, and this could be the vital chance. Yes, isn't that exciting? Very much so, and that's how it should be. And that's what needs to happen. Nitro, honestly, I'm not sure the reason for that. I don't know. I can't answer that question for you. I don't know. But as you know, everything Jamaican football related, Reggae Boys commentary is their place. Accuracy, reliability, credibility, and positivity. So that's what I'll say there. So that's what I'll say there from that standpoint. So that is what is important and critical from that standpoint, so that everybody is aware with everything. So yes, that is where we are. So once again, guys, I want you guys to be aware about the work that Kyle Ming has done, what he's been able to go on and accomplish, and the bright future that lies ahead for him. You guys would remember I did a video on Dwayne Busy Atkinson before Dwayne Busy Atkinson even got a senior Reggae Boys call up. This is when Dwayne Busy Atkinson was playing Casafa under 17. I've spoken about Dwayne Busy Atkinson from Casafa under 17 and Gothia Cup. That's how long I've been talking about Dwayne Busy Atkinson. Even before Kingston College won the Super Cup in 2019. Even from that time, before that, I've been speaking about Dwayne Busy Atkinson. O'Keefe Cunningham. I've been speaking about O'Keefe Cunningham from Gothia Cup 2018. O'Keefe is making progress now in the football side of things. He's someone I've spoken about a lot. Jamoy Topi from his Campadone days. And very, very few people were there. Maybe you could find it online, but I promise you, I was there. And I'm sure 99% of you weren't there. And I said that because of how few the spectators were. Campadone against Meadowbrook in Havendale, 2017 schoolboy football. Jamoy Topi scored one of the best goals you'll ever see in schoolboy football. Maybe you can look it up online, but Jamoy Topi scored one of the best goals in schoolboy football. From Campadone, I've spoken about Jamoy Topi highly, very impressed by the work that he has done. Jamoy Topi. Cavalier is an exceptional team. And there's a reason why in 2019 thereabouts, database that was published in relation to Cavalier giving playing minutes to players under the age of 23, and they're ranked 9th in the world for that in terms of giving minutes to players under the age of 23. I think if you look on the numbers, if for example Messi Marsh was not there, then they would be up to 4th in the list. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows you the margins of things and the fantastic work that has been able to accomplish. So I'm massive fans of. I'm a big believer, I should say, of giving youth opportunities. I think what Cavalier are doing is absolutely fantastic, and the work that has been going on behind the scenes is good. I think maybe 2018 I'd asked Paul Maxwell your secret, and he said 2 words: hard work. Simple puts, hard work. That's what he said in terms of the key towards the success in winning trophies at youth level, and of course now winning a Premier League title in 2021. Winning on Casafa under 13, 15, 17. Yeah. So it's been good. And there was, remember, we had finals at Alpha, and there were also finals as well at the Captain Horsburgh Center of Excellence as well. So we had quite a bit of work being done at these venues, in terms of having youngsters being exposed to these places and conditions and venues, So quite a lot of good work that has been able to do. Yeah, that's what I say there. So Reggae Boys fans, what are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you guys. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary. And we will have a special interview later today. You guys will want to stay tuned for that. A special interview later today for you guys to be fully aware about. A special interview, and we're providing another update of things. So there's 2 more videos for you guys to make note about for later today. Teddy Lee Gray, how are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing good. How are things? How's the family? Hope you have a productive and a successful week ahead and beyond. Can he play CDM? Ability? Yes, he has the ability to play in that position. Certainly. My preference for him is in the defense, but certainly he has the ability. Absolutely. He has the ability to play in that position. Now, will he be introduced there? I'm not sure, but certainly, in my view, I think he has the ability. But as you know, Teddy Lee Gray, Mario Russell, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. So when you advance into the midfield areas now, you have less time on the ball. So you have to make your decision a bit quicker, a bit faster, because it's a high traffic area, the midfield. And Kyle is a quick individual, so I feel that the transition would be smooth if he were to operate in a central defensive midfield position. I'm not going to say no. I'm just saying that defense is where he has been flourishing, and long may that continue. Long may that continue. Antonio Essence, good morning. How are you? All is well? How are things? Let me know. How are you? Let me know how you feel. Okay? Tell me how you feel. Looking forward to that. Certainly, progress, growth. Yeah. So we can be confident about the future that lies ahead. And we can be happy with what lies in store. All good. Okay. Wonderful. Simon, bless up. Teddy Lee, you know what I believe in life? I believe at the end of the day that the cream rises to the top. So that's how I feel. I think the cream rises to the top at the end of the day. So before we even speak about international call-up recognition, this video is just to dedicate to Kyle that what he's doing, he's on the right track, and it's all about him being consistent. And once he's been consistent in his routine, I think everything else will fall into place. So before we talk about names and competition for positions, I think now is just a moment to celebrate the hard work that he has been able to accomplish, and for him to know that if he continues on the current path that he's on, that great things are ahead for him, regardless of the competition for places that may come for club and country. And I say club because I think it's a matter of time as well before you will have Europe, North America come calling and inquiring about his services. And I think that's fair to say. Any under 20 competition coming up? Well, the CONCACAF under 20 Women's Championship final round is in May 24 to June 5, I believe, and that will be in the Dominican Republic. The draw has not been made for that tournament, but it will quite soon. Mario, Joel Latibuder needs a Jamaican passport first, and if he can get a Jamaican passport, then he can be up for contention. Yeah. Any other friendlies in the work for reggae girls before the World Cup? Good question, Yardflex Entertainment. So there are going to be some camps specifically on the island, and there should be one taking place in Europe as well, specifically in the Netherlands. And these camps are being used to hone things together to be able to ensure that everything falls into place for the opener against France. As it relates to friendlies, nothing has been confirmed as yet, but if there is something that pops up, definitely we'll keep you up to date with that. Yeah, so that's how I feel. Yeah. And that's the beauty of it, Teddy Gray. Can you imagine Kyle rubbing shoulders with a Mariappa, with a Ethan Pinnock, with a Damien Lowe, etc., etc., etc.? He'll learn little things, little tidbits from these players, and he'll be able to apply it at his club. So the next time when international football comes around, he can be able to just continue to be a sponge and learn from these senior experienced individuals who have played years and years in the Premier League and in the Championship and represented Jamaica for a long time as well. So for me, I only look at it as a win-win. So regardless of the competition of being in the 11, being part of the 23, the 26 is a solid first step. And that is something that we have to bear in mind. You know what I'm saying? Morning, Mr. Preston. I got this confident feeling that this is our year to win the Gold Cup. How you feel about this? I'm on the same page with you there. I am pleased with how things have been progressing, and I genuinely believe that with the Gold Cup that lies ahead, that this is our year. This is how I feel in terms of the talents at our disposal, the quality, that we can go out there and shine. That's how I feel about it as well. I'm excited and looking forward to this summer that lies ahead, and I think it's going to be a compelling, riveting summer ahead. Ming, best position is centre back or right back? Well, to be honest with you, I totally agree. A lot of people will tell you his best position is right back. My preference is centre half. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not saying that he is worse at right back compared to centre half. I'm just saying my preference is centre half. But many people you ask will tell you that right back is his best position because he's able to advance far easier in the attacking aspect of things. So many people will tell you right back. My preference is centre half for Kyle specifically. That's my preference with Kyle. So that's how I feel. And in case you guys are just joining, if you haven't already, please welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Please hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary as well. We Max it. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Hope all is well. I did actually mention that earlier. I'm not sure if you just tuned in, but I did at the start of the video. That is something that I did, That's what I did a little bit earlier. What do you mean, wow? I did mention it a little bit earlier in terms of what he was able to do, and he's gone on to make 112 appearances for Cavalier in all competitions. And I made the point that if you listen to Reserve Team, I just saw the video. Okay. No, Kyle is not over 6 feet. He's 5'9". He's 5'9". 1m75 translates to 5'9". 1m78 is 5'10". 1m83 is 6 foot. 1m90 is 6'3". 1m96 is 6'5". So yeah, that hopefully clarifies things. So an easy conversion for you guys as well in terms of centimeters and feet and inches, able to work that out for you guys as well. So if you listen to the top reserve coaches have won titles as well. When Erik ten Hag was at the Bayern Munich second team, when you had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer winning 3 reserve titles, René Mullenstein at Manchester United in the reserves, the benchmark is that they've made mention is 100 senior appearances by the time that you're 23. Kyle has gone on to 112 appearances by the time that he has reached 23 years of age. So he has done well from that standpoint in being able to get the minutes that he needs. A lot of people, Teddy Ligri, have said that as well in relation to the Cannavaros and even Mariappa. Mariappa is that height as well, yet he played 9 seasons within the Premier League. 9 seasons within the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? And even Aaron Cresswell at 5'7" played on the left-hand side of a back 3 during his time at West Ham United. Yeah. Still there at West Ham, but you get the point that I'm making in relation to Cresswell. Clara Lawrence says, bless up, Simon. Bless up. How are you doing? All is well? If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary. Yeah, JD, I know you made mention about, in relation to videos versus, uploading versus lives. I remember that conversation that we had, and I appreciate that. And everything that you've made mention about is right in relation to that process and the mechanics of it. I just wanted to get some feedback as well from live comments to be able to get some interaction. All right. So that was the reasoning behind it. So that's what I feel. Yeah, totally. I'm a big fan of Kyle Ming. I think Javane has improved. Kyle is on a good path as well. So before we talk about, oh, he starts over him and he starts over him, I think it's good to acknowledge the work has been done. As you guys have known, before Busy Atkinson was a national player, he was spoken about, and this is before he was even in contention for a national team. This is when Casafa under 17, and also as well when we spoke about the Gothia Cup, O'Keefe Cunningham as well. Spoke about him as well. When Jamoy Topi was a Campadon player, of course, Cavalier at the time as well, spoken about as well. Justin McMaster, at his brief spell at Cavalier as well, he was mentioned as well. So that is the situation, Reggae Boys fans. I hope you guys are grateful. O'Keefe Cunningham right now is in the United States. He just signed for a school in the States. He was at a junior college, but at this point in time, he's made a move now and will be at LMU. That's where he is right now. So he signed for LMU, and that is where he'll be playing. That is Loyola Marymount University, and that's over in California. So it's amazing that for this new chapter of his career, well, I should say, of his footballing life. So I know he was East Coast, but now here we are. He'll be on the West Coast now. Still a young man, early 20s. So for O'Keefe, he doesn't give the ball away. He doesn't give the ball away at all. That's the thing about O'Keefe Cunningham. If he receives the ball, he's going to give it to another player in the shirt he's going to give it to a teammate. That's what I love about O'Keefe Cunningham. I think that he has an aspect of his game where he can be a bit more advanced. I would love to see that be more advanced from his style of play. You know what I'm saying? But right now, especially from what we saw locally and briefly in the States, holds the ball, gives it to another teammate. Collects the ball, gives it to another teammate. Collects the ball, gives it to another teammate. Collects the ball, give it to another teammate. If there's space, give the through ball. But that's what we've seen from O'Keefe so far in the grand scheme of things, So that's what we've seen from that standpoint, So, Reggae Boys fans, how is everybody doing? Well, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary. We'd really appreciate that. We'll be back later today for more videos. There'll be a special interview to be done. A Jamaican in Spain. Well, stay tuned for that. All right, guys. And more content to come your way quite soon. Lashane Black, how are you doing, sir? All is well? Big up yourself. All the best to you for the week and days and months that lie ahead. Big up yourself. Big up your family. All right. Good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you and everybody that are in the chat at this point in time. Yep, looking forward to hearing, seeing all of you guys. Very much so. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing and hearing from everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below as well, how you feel. All right? I'm keen to hear how you guys feel about everything, so that we can progress forward. Okay? Good. So that's something that we can bear in mind together. Okay? Mr. United, a big up, Sam. He said good morning to me at plenty time. Good morning, Mr. United, man. Hope you're good, man. Marvin Farron says, good morning, Simon. Good morning, Marvin. Hope you are doing good as well. Shane Black says, big up, big up, big up. Yeah, man. Great to communicate with you guys. Everybody that has communicated within the chat. Tevin Campbell, Bones TV, Devon Smith, Berta Herban, Healings, Jade Green, Brian Martin Wells, Mr. United, O'Neill Dermott, Nitro, Tyrone Williams, J. Ross, Teddy Lee Gray, Mario Russell, Antonio, Yardflex Entertainment, Roderick Sharp, We Maxit, JD, Clara Lawrence, Lushane Black, Marvin Farron. Greetings to everybody. All right, guys, more content to come your way later today, okay? In another few hours from now, you guys will see another interview. All right? Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing and nutritious. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sports City. Yes, Sports City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sports City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sports City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sports City right now.
Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.